welcome back, and I remember to unmute myself this time. We are coming back from our technical difficulties, where we are just going to skim over what happened before the technical difficulties happened. So this way, it's all in one place for you to watch instead of a couple different VODs. Um, we'll actually redo the combat so the audience can see the combat system again, if that's okay with you. All right, so let's get into this. Hello, welcome to the Dissonance Complex, where we do dissonance complex stuff because it's my channels and not yours. And what are you going to do about it? Um, but we are here with the lovely Sarah, who is playing the Virtue of Temperance. Do you want to give a quick explanation? Well, apparently now that we're not having tech difficulties, I'm having language difficulties. Would you like to tell us what Olivia looks like?
Yes, and BT Dubs, Shanae just messaged and said the frame rate is great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Olivia is sort of medium height, medium build. She's got like muscles, but they're not immediately obvious when she's wearing, clothes. Um, she's got kind of reddish brown, almost auburn colored hair. She's got kind of honey colored eyes. She's sort of uh, average like looks. She wears a whole bunch of different hats though, so this is just sort of her baseline. And yeah, average in a lot of ways, sort of on purpose.
Yes, you had just woken up from a night while on the run in a beautiful, luscious forest that is abnormally calm and quiet for the morning. Usually there's birds chirping or even the sound of footprints as cute little bunnies. At least in this world, the cute little bunnies are hopping around. Um, and it's completely silent. You hear the deep grumble within your stomach. Not eating for like a day or two while on the run, not finding a good place to hunt. The constant dread that the Wintercrest family is right on your trails, filling you most nights and every morning when you wake up. And as you go through this, you find a clearing of deer like creatures. Their horns are almost a deep black, almost like a black of like the ash in a chimney or like a very dark wood rather than the traditional bony color it has. The mouth is more made to be an omnivore rather than a herbivore, as even one of the smaller ones is chewing on a rabbit itself. Um, Even as it moves down to the tail, it's more amphibian like, shark like in a way. And before you react, I forgot to bring my laptop charger. So, talk for a solid minute while I
And
run to the other room.
and
And,
Shanae said to turn the volume for my mic down on OBS.
okay, that is fair.
My mic apparently is way louder than yours.
Is that better? Well, I shall be right back. My computer is about to die. Hi, everyone. This is live streamed, unlike my other games. Welcome.
Is it better now, Shanae? You didn't have to use all caps. Okay, good.
And sadly, I don't edit the VOD, so that's going to be an interesting part of this.
Shanae says it's better now. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Um,
She used
but
all caps though, which was very rude.
oh, mm, we'll have to have a discussion about that later.
Anyway,
Life, yeah. Anyways, so you just saw these creatures. You're hungry. You're on the prowl. You're on the hunt. You haven't heard anything throughout the night. The forest is oddly quiet. This may be one of the best times for you to hunt and get enough food for the next couple of days. Do you attack?
yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
The tummy is hungry.
Yes, so that is going to be your force roll versus its defense. Or defend.
Yes.
If you, the people in the audience, want to be a bit more critical on how I say my own system bullshit. So,
Also, just for the record, I would like to point out this is a lot of fucking D12s. I have
yes.
already rolled more D12s tonight than in the entire rest of my life combined. It's awesome. I love D12s.
So you are going to want to roll above a 6, and you just need to beat 2 successes.
Oh, geez. Okay. Above a 6 and a 6 counts.
Yes.
Okay. 4 successes.
4 successes. So yeah, you were able to shoot the creature with your bow. Are you going for like the male, the female, or one of the two children?
Uh, the smaller of the two adults.
So the male.
The male.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So that with your arrow is going to be 1d8 plus your power bonus.
Okay, which is a +2.
Mm-hmm.
8. That is a 7. +2 is 9.
Um, this time around, because nobody can see the original VOD once I delete it, you are able to one-shot the male.
Yes.
You pull back your bow, you take that moment to focus, those years in the academy kicking in, and you shoot it directly in its heart. The children will run away. Sadly, the female knows where you are now, and they are the aggressive too, in the sexual dimorphism of these deer.
I was trying to not be greedy. I don't need that much meat, but oops.
Well, I mean, it's gonna kill you one way or another. So you are
Great. Let's
going
go.
to. We are going to do. I'm already gonna change this from the first time we rolled this. One roll of your grace die versus its grace die for how fast you guys
Ew.
can react.
Which one is that? That is still power, but
It
I
is
only
still
get
power.
4 of them. Quattro. I guess I'm not going to use the bloody die for this. That seems weird.
I mean, you are about to kill it. Maybe it could kill you.
But this is grace. Like, I use it for the, defend and force stuff. Okay. Grace, here we go. What am I looking for here?
You're just rolling one die. And what number did you roll?
I rolled 4 of them, so okay. Yeah, that's a
You,
2.
okay, well, it rolled a 10, so it does go first.
Yeah,
Luckily,
okay.
it's 60 feet away from you, and it only has a 30-foot movement speed. So
Okay.
it
So
is
it's like
going.
barreling towards me.
Yeah, so it takes its first, turn in combat to try and get up to you. It's 30 feet away. Um, you are able to use your bow still. Its
Okay.
next round, your bow would be useless in the range of combat.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot it again.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, shoot it. I haven't shot this one yet.
Now, so it six as before. It is.
Ooh,
You will need to
that's
make at least 5 successes.
yeah, no, I got 3.
So when you shoot your arrow, it is quickly able to move out of the way before getting to you. And on its turn, because you're at the end of its 30 feet, it's going to make its ram attack.
Ooh.
So you can roll your defend against its
Yes.
force.
This ramming sounds very violent, and I would like to not have to do that.
So sadly, the dice are not in your favor. It made a critical
Yeah.
against you.
And I rolled shit, so it wouldn't have mattered much.
As long as you didn't fail, there's no negative side effect.
Well, if this were poker, I would have a winning hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 9. I got one success.
Okay, you didn't critically fail, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
um,
I
so it is. You did calculate your HP, right?
did.
Cool, because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, I figured.
So its ram attack does 2d6. It only does 8 points of damage,
Okay.
and it is going to use its bite attack against you. So
These
once
things
again, you can
bite?
roll. It can ram and it can bite.
That is not okay, dude.
I
Okay, yeah, I'm
literally
rolling
just said
defend.
it was an omnivore. Of course, it's gonna
I
bite.
mean, fair, but still.
You only need to be. Um,
Oh my-
you only need to be 2 successes to dodge out of the way.
I got 2. Does that count?
Oh, you're at what was your highest roll?
11.
You beat it, its highest, which was a 6. It rolled two
Excellent.
sixes.
I had a
As
9 and
it
11, and then a bunch of ones.
So as it rams up to bite you, you're quickly able to like hop backwards to get out of. We'll go sideways because that's more logical if something's ramming towards you to
That's fine.
bite.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
It is now your turn. You now have to
Okay.
use a melee weapon, which is
Okay.
deadly for you because of how your spark works.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my dagger.
hmm
Um, and remind me how the empower works again.
Okay, so you would roll your magic. We this is like a cantrip for you, so you need at least a 3 on the die.
Okay.
Not a 3 on the
So-
die, 3 together.
okay, so it's two
hmm
d4s.
Yes.
Okay, a 4 and a 2.
Your
First,
4 explodes.
woo! I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
You re-roll that d4.
Ooh, another 2.
Okay, so that is 4, 6, 8.
Yes.
Okay, so luckily, since you only exploded once, no magical mishap is gonna happen.
Okay. Cool.
Um, though, you are more empowered than you thought you were as you go in for your attack. Of course, a wild
Excellent.
animal is gonna try and defend itself.
I mean, fair. Totally fair.
Um, you just need to be. Actually, I just dropped that one. Hold on, it doesn't count unless it's on the table.
Mhm.
You only need to be 3 successes.
Okay, I have exactly that.
What was your highest roll?
8.
Its highest was a 7, so you actually beat its defense. So your dagger does a 1d4 plus your
Yes,
power bonus plus a +8 from your spark.
from the spark. Okay,
hmm
so dagger is a 3,
hmm
plus 2 is 5, plus 8 is 13.
Um, where are you trying to hit? It's like throat. It's hard. I don't know. Do you get under it to stab its heart?
Ooh, there's a lot of like hooves and stuff in there. So no, I'm going for the jugular that's,
Okay. Yeah.
away from things that might step on me.
So you take your dagger and hit it directly in the jugular, and then with your spark magic, You feel it boil up into your fist through the dagger, and its head explodes off with a jolt of lightning.
Okay.
Um,
That's
you're now
a
kind of
bit more
covered
than.
in deer guts at the
Uh
moment,
huh. Uh huh. Yep. Yep.
and its antlers have flown. Antlers are the only thing that survived, and they're now laying in the ground. For you in particular, these antlers can either be made into a wonderful sword. They could be made into a set of 6 daggers, or more importantly, they can be added to a armor. They can use to be armor augmentation, and because of the type of deer that you killed, they can hold a minor magical effect. Most
Okay.
beginning wizards will have wands made out of these horns.
Oh, all right. I think. Do I need the entire rack if I want to do like armor augmentation, or can I use some of it for daggers and some of it for armor?
So the armor augmentation requires putting the entire rack into powder and then building that into the metal. But you do
Okay, gotcha.
technically also have the male deer. It
Oh yeah, so he has ones too.
Yes, it was in the season where both were growing horns, which is very weird in our life. And sinful, it's normal.
Okay. Then can I do one for one and one for the other?
Yes. It would be preferred to use the female horns for armor augmentation because they're bigger, so you have more of that source compared to the males, which are only about like 4 or 5 inches smaller than a female's horns. But you know that 5 inches really makes a difference.
Sure. That makes sense.
And that was a dick joke, Kayla.
Um,
Um,
uh, okay. Weird deer horns. That's how it's getting written down in my notes. Uh,
so to be
oh
able to
man, I just made two little deer orphans. Now I'm sad.
yes, you just made an origin
Like I
story of Bambi.
specifically didn't want to do that, but oh well, I guess.
Well, you just created Bambi. Um, so away from that sadness, if you wish to get like the things you can eat, harvest the horns off the male without damaging it. Let's
Yes,
say
please.
a hmm. Let's do. I will allow you to do this under cunning if you want, but let's have you roll your inspection first to tell if you can see where the main body parts are that you can eat,
Okay.
collect, and all that other stuff. And then if that goes well, I'll allow you to do, let's say, cunning prowess to do the carving and everything. You can fully
Okay.
skip the inspection if you want to, but that would mean you don't know what parts of it may contain poisons.
Yeah, no, we need to do that. I don't need to be poisoned on session 0. Okay. The dice giveth and the dice taketh away. Um,
Yeah, you might actually want to know what you're trying to roll and the amount of successes you want. That might be important. I know my own
yes,
system.
please.
With
I know I
inspection,
have a failure. One of them was a 1,
let's
so.
put 4 successes with a minimum of. I'll ask you this: have you ran into these creatures before, or have you only studied them?
How far, like how wide is their range? Like, is this something that would have existed, um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like around, um,
Endwalls?
backstory shit, new character Hootist, Aplistia, where I grew up.
Yes, so these are very common animals. They're really only not found in one place, and that's Wrath, because
Okay.
most living creatures can't survive in Wrath. Um, they are considered a common creature, so that's why I asked if you would have encountered them before. I'm allowing that up to you.
I mean, if they're fairly common around, I feel like, yeah, it's probably something I would have come across before.
Okay, cool. So then we'll make it only at least a 6 to do a success, and we'll say, is I'm allowing you to roll this under cunning due to your academic success in school was mainly on instinct and stuff like that for you. Let's say 4 successes.
So is this cunning or inspection?
So I'm allowing you to roll your inspection under cunning.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's try that again.
Because of your
And you said
background.
prowess?
Um, so first, it's your inspection under cunning to see if you can determine what parts are poisonous of this creature. And then prowess would be your ability to carve the non-poisonous parts out.
Okay. So help me with this. So inspection is under academics, but if I'm rolling it under prowess, or sorry, under cunning, does that mean I'm using the same number of dice just with a different denomination?
Yes, so you would use your amount you have in inspection. But if you put any points into cunning, let's say like 1 point, you then add that point to your inspection roll instead of what you put in academics.
Okay.
So
I don't have
let's.
any extra points for cunning.
Okay, so then it's just a flat inspection roll for you.
Okay. I got a 1 and a 6. That's it. I only have 2.
Well, sadly, you passed the part of school that taught you what parts of animals are toxic. Um, so prowess. Carving is like very simple. In
Skippy,
fact,
Skippy.
if you want to give me a valid argument that your carving should be under power, I'll give you a chance to make that argument.
I mean, the inspection roll was never going to be very good anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine this was all sort of in the same class in school, and
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking this was a skill I'd have to use that much because, I do my stuff in cities.
This
So,
is
story wise, I think this is where it belongs.
okay. Then yeah, cutting prowess to carve a creature for food.
Please be better. Please be better. Okay. Is it still a 6?
Yeah, and we'll say at least 2 successes.
I got 2.
Oh, is that a critical for you?
No.
Okay.
I have 3. I have
Okay.
3 in prowess.
I was just seeing you get a critical bonus if you were to,
No,
crit.
that was 2 out of 3.
So yes,
But hey, up.
you are able to get in here, carve the pieces, the horns on the male, completely fine. You get some like intestines, some liver, a very obvious poison sac that because you failed your inspection, you don't realize is poison. And some other things from it. You could make a full surf and turf with this creature if you wanted to have a fancy dinner.
I mean, I really just wanted something to eat and maybe some snacks for later.
So, here's a unique way that you can use Spark. Um, if you want to you can go and like cook yourself something for breakfast. If you hold pieces of the meat and you can stabilize your spark well enough, you can make yourself some jerky.
Ooh, excellent for snacks tomorrow.
It will have a bit of a
Sure.
tanginess since you're electrocuting it.
Kind of carbonated.
A little carbonated. Jerky with a side of carbonation.
It's kind of like if you put, we used to do this in college. We would put fruit in like a Nalgene bottle and put dry ice in it and seal it up for like 2 hours. And then you get like carbonated strawberries. And that was lovely. Carbonated beef jerky sounds weird.
I don't
But I'm
think
going to
you.
go for it anyway. No.
You're on the run. What choice do you have,
I'm,
right?
yeah, exactly. Okay, so is it still two D4s?
Yes. So we'll say you've went ahead and cooked yourself for breakfast. I'm not gonna have you roll for cooking. Most adults in this place know how to cook, and if you don't, how the fuck did you survive to adulthood? So 2d4. This is a more complicated form of your magic. Um, so let's say we want at least a 10, which is going to be a bit hard. You're going to want to explode at least once.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 + 4 is 8. Okay. All right, here we go. That just tracks.
Did you just roll two ones?
I did, in fact, just roll 2 1s.
Yeah, you.
Did I
Well,
just explode my dinner?
no, it's more the fact there's a new mechanism that can be explained with this one. Magical exhaustion.
Uh,
Uh, because you're already at a D4, which is the lowest you can go for magic, you end up only having one magic die left until you do a long rest.
okay.
Um, so as you shoot your magic, you can feel your magic fizzle out. Um, and as you do so, there's a bit of a shock through like your arm. It doesn't hurt. It's kind of the rebound that you know when your magic is being overused. Um, so you now have to find another way, or see if you can explode like 3 times in a row. But that would be a magical mishap.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna just call it. My fingers are still tingling and it's weird.
So, we'll say you're not in survival situations often. You have enough salt that you can kind of stabilize the meat so it doesn't rot in your bag. Maybe try to get a better way to do it within the next 24 hours because you didn't have a lot of salt.
Yeah, I mean, if I cook it, it'll last a day, right? Like,
You could cook it
we're
all.
not going to be in salmonella territory if it's cooked in 24 hours.
Yeah,
So
you'll
I'll
have at
try
least a
the,
week.
yeah, I'll try the sparky stuff, tomorrow when I'm not tired.
So yeah, you spend like the first like couple hours of your day cooking, and hmm, I am going to roll on a chart to see if you got another encounter. I am going to assume you took enough time to like tend to your wounds as you've been
Yes,
cooking.
please.
So we are going to, well, we're just learning a lot of stuff with the system with your character on the run. Give me so let's have you do a medical check on yourself.
Okay.
Um
So that is
you have
honey.
a minor wound. You went to school, so let's say at least 2 successes of 3 or higher.
Rare. Okay. I only have 2 dice, so
Well, then you're gonna have to crit for this.
you said 3 or higher, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got a 5 and a 10. So
You actually get a crit, which means you get a critical bonus. You can either do more healing with yourself, or you can add a story element to your crit.
Um, I mean, I'm only 8 hit points down.
So if you were to do a
Uh,
story element, what would you like to add in your healing?
uh, I don't know. I mean, like, give me an example. Like, what are we going for
For
here?
instance, you can tend your wound in a way that you know it won't scar. You would also tend it into a way where you know it will scar. Tending your wound as a story element. If you allow it to scar in the future, you can get a intimidation infusion into your scar, so those types of creatures will not try and fight you next time. Those are like some
Hmm,
story examples that you can apply to your healing wound.
I kind of like that last one
Um,
because
so
she
uh,
was real mean.
so allowing it to scar, to add that intimidation bonus, you will have to unshave some of the things, turn it into a powder, and add that to your healing on your arm. That will give you a if you were to roll your charm against them, which charm or prowess against them, you will be able to automatically have one success
Okay.
in this case, and you also do one d4 healing. I'm assuming
Okay.
I'm assuming you only have like a minor healing kit on you.
Yeah, first aid kit
Yeah.
essentially.
So it only does a 1d4 healing, which is really all you need in this
Okay.
case.
Not much. So that's three.
That's a little bit of healing. You're not gonna die anyway. You only took 8 HP in damage.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna die anyway. It's just
Um,
like, ow, it kind of hurts. Let me make it hurt less.
so let me roll a encounter for you as you've been sitting here. You are so fucking lucky. I want you to know
Uh-oh.
this. In fact, nothing happens. After that 6 hours, you're able to pack up, um, stuff the meat into your bag, tie the horns to the side. You're good on food for, let's say, 1d6 days. You're good for 3 days of food.
Okay.
And that is assuming within the next 24 hours you can better keep your food from spoiling. And you are able to take off. You are able to go through the forest. Things are quiet for most of the day. And I'm gonna roll. As the sun comes down, there is a beautiful sight within the mountains that you were able to run off to. Watching the sunset fall, you've heard no one coming after you for the day. There's this moment that you just take a breath in. This beautiful scenery of a lake underneath you. These mountains are covering it into almost like its own little oasis. The sun has started to set, and there's a beautiful pink and purples covering there. The water itself looks almost divine as it reflects the colors of the sky. And because this is sinful Pangea, nothing can be that good for you. Luckily, this is not one of the best people to come up behind you. Um, though sadly he does succeed. Um, without saying a word, you feel a. Where is your birthmark? I'll ask you that real quick.
I don't think I decided on that. Probably somewhere pretty unobtrusive, like on her rib cage, like under her arm, right? Someplace that's not hidden, but like wouldn't be immediately obvious.
Okay, so sure. For a bit of story reasoning, you just, had a moment to stretch. And main reason because I need to hit your birthmark for the next part. Um, when you take this moment
Fair.
to stretch, without hearing it, a rock slams directly into your birthmark. You lose your footing for a moment on the top of this mountain, and everything goes white. It oddly feels like something you've witnessed before. It's comfortable, it's calming, it's welcoming. And in front of you, you can see your birthmark. It's kind of floating there in itself. The room around you is very temperament. It's there's not a lot. There's stuff there. It's very minimalist. You can also see the ruby wolf symbol glowing on one of the walls, and that's what you currently see right
Well, first of all, the fact that it sort of feels comforting
now. Mm-hmm.
probably like puts her off immediately. Uh Also the fact that somebody hit her with a fucking rock.
Mm-hmm. And you were about to fall off a
Um
mountain before everything went white.
yeah, so she's probably like doing a bunch of this, trying to figure out who the fuck hit her with a fucking rock. Because that's some like grade school shit, and
Mm-hmm.
we should all have grown past that.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody here?
Yes, so as you take your moment to explore and do your thing, you just kind of hear a yawning voice from behind you that just speaks, "Oh, so you're the new user." And I thought I was gonna at least get 100 years before having to do stuff. You
I'm sorry,
see,
who the fuck are you, and why did you throw a fucking rock at me? That was juvenile.
listen, I didn't throw the rock at you. Your attackers threw a rock at you.
Oh, my attackers. Am I just like laying in the forest back there? Because that's inconvenient for me.
Well, now you're about to fall off a mountain, but you don't gotta worry about that one
Also
right now.
inconvenient for me. So thanks for that.
Wow, when I heard the other three were, assholes, I didn't expect all four of you to be.
What?
Something about the virtues this time. They're very, strong willed, aggravating. Um, doesn't have that much
You're
of
not very
a.
good at explaining things.
Well, sadly, I can't explain things very well. But I can't explain things badly. I'm just a solid average.
You're getting a C minus right now, just, FYI.
See, and that's pretty average.
No, it sucks.
Yes, but that's what happens when I am a creature of temperance. We are just kind of average.
Okay? What's this got to do with me?
Well, you're a patient. You're not patient. You're a virtue of oh yeah, temperance. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
What the ever loving fuck does that mean?
It means that you're a virtue to fight the sins, and you represent the virtue of temperance, the opposite of gluttony.
Okay.
You have to fight the sins and conceal them once again, and blah blah blah. Has nobody. Have you never read a history book?
I mean, yeah, but I hated it, so, that part of my brain's being used for other things now.
You know you have two sides of your brain, one for logical exploration and one for more creative endeavors, right?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the storage closet in the back.
I don't think that's how. I'm not a scientist. That would be humility's field. Anyways, yeah, you have like magic or something.
Yeah, I'm aware.
No, no, like divine magic.
Is that like this stuff? And I'll kind of make static come off of my fingers.
No, 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 no. Very different.
Okay, well, this is all I can do right now. So,
I'm like, you can do a lot more now. This is your spiritual awakening.
can I get a do over? This sucks as far as spiritual awakenings go.
Well,
I'd like a
sadly,
refund
you're stuck
and
with
to
me.
come some other time. Great.
Yeah, sadly, I just woke up, so I forgot how to like formate myself into this room, which is why I'm just talking through your symbol.
Did you have like some real good drugs before you came here?
No, no, I just
I
woke
had
up
a
from a
trip
nap.
once that felt kind of like you look.
No, 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 no. I just woke up from sleeping from 60 years, so like my brain isn't functioning. You're getting a sleepy virtue.
You might have tried some coffee first.
Well, I thought about that, but I thought maybe saving you from falling off a cliff was more important.
Fine.
I
Anything
mean,
else?
I mean, if
I
you
have
want,
some falling
I
off of a
can.
mountain to do.
I mean, if you want, I can let you fall off the mountain.
Oh no, I'd really rather you did.
Cool, 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 cool. Oh yeah. So, anyways, my name's Logan.
Okay.
I just thought you might want to know what my name is, since you know you're kind of being very judgmental right now. All right. So, I'm just gonna let you go. Have fun with your divine magic, and you appear at the
What
top.
am I?
Just in the middle of your sentence, the room just goes away, and you're standing there, and you're face to face with one of the Wintercrest guards.
Fuck! I'm sorry. I meant to say, is there something I can help you with, gentlemen? But it came out wrong.
Um, I don't think you. I'm here to kill you. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that. You're
Well,
under
that's unfortunate for
arrest.
you.
Sorry, I just started this job like 3 weeks ago. This is my first assignment. You're under
Wait, are
arrest.
you killing me or are you arresting me? Those are not the same things.
Well, technically, the Wintercrest family wants you back dead or alive, so I could do both.
The justice system in Prudence is very weird.
Well, you did like kind of kill a noble, which is usually execution. So like if I don't kill you now, they're just gonna publicly execute you.
Yeah, but see, I didn't. So,
Well, according
I
to
don't suppose
like
that changed.
the ex matriarch of the Wintercrest family, you did.
X?
Oh yeah, she's crazy. It'll help like
Great. So maybe the warrant for my arrest that she issued isn't, like, valid anymore? Could we take this up with whoever replaced her, maybe?
you know what? That's a valid point. If she is
You can't have crazy
crazy,
people just executing
wait,
people.
hold
Like,
on.
that just doesn't work.
You watch as he like pulls out like a like very like old like cellular device. He's a noble technically. He has this. Pulls up a calendar app. She's been like crazy for like a couple of months according to the live stream.
Oh my god, you're checking dates?
Yeah, I'm checking dates.
No, it's fine. I can wait. I've got all day.
Okay, cool. Uh, he goes through his phone, he's checking dates. Your issue was arrested on the
My
26th.
foot is tapping very, very quickly.
She's been crazy for like like 3 months before that. Hold on, I gotta check my emails. Give me I don't get good service out here. Um, he goes through his phone like, oh, yep. According to the current matriarch, all orders from the mother is currently suspended until previous review. So technically, there is no warrant for you, unless Cassandra Wintercrest decides to renew your warrant.
So you can fuck off back to Prudence now?
Technically, yeah.
Great. Congrats.
Or I could arrest you, so this way I can take you directly to court, because there is still a dead Wintercrest.
There is not. Well, she wasn't dead last I saw her. But that's like 17 levels above your pay grade, so.
True. He will turn around. And let's see how good the Wintercrest guard is at climbing mountains.
Is it just the one by himself, or is there
Oh
like
yeah, it was just
several?
the one who found you right now. Oh shit.
I would like you to know that Olivia thought about just like sniping him and then like pulled it back. And she's feeling very like restrained right now.
Well, you don't really have to because he falls off the cliff. He like
Oh my
goes to
fucking
walk
god.
down the side of the mountain. His foot just kind of does not land where it's supposed to, and he ends up rolling down in a lot of screams. And then you hear like a gushing noise, and you look down and he's been impaled by some spikes. It was definitely
Oh,
killed.
he's gonna
And the only one
feel
who
that
thought
tomorrow.
who was not going to arrest you.
Okay, yeah, but that's not my fault, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing, like he was a lower ranking, the higher rankings, the conversation might not work.
Okay.
But you're free now, technically. He's dead.
Great. Great. There's gonna be another one tomorrow or the day after.
I want to mention he only had to roll above a 3 and get 2 successes. Out of his 5 rolls, they were just 1 and 2s.
Oh my god.
For
I thought I
grades.
rolled shittier. Okay, so but this brings up a new avenue potentially
Yes.
to get this shit worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Because the change in power, that was news to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've worked for the Wintercrest family. I have worked in Prudence in other roles. What do I know about Cassandra Wintercrest?
She is
Mom was a bitch. Everybody knows that.
Oh, yeah,
But
most of the
that's
people
common
in the
knowledge.
Wintercrest family are bitches.
I mean, yeah, but like, there's levels, right? If her
Yes.
mom was a 5, Cassandra like a 3. I don't know.
Well, Cassandra is told to be like a 10, an absolute ruthless bitch. Though with this interactions that you've had like once or twice with Cassandra as like a teacher, as a spark user within the castle, um, is at least a solid 5. Only because it seems Cassandra cares for people compared to the mother not comparing to caring about people. And I am fully expecting to get a message later being like, don't, say Cassandra's only a 5.
Okay. But like, that's an improvement from Mother Dearest, at least where I'm concerned.
Yes, you would know that Cassandra has a habit of, in a way, publicly going against Mommy Dearest. And not
Okay.
in the direct way, but because of your subtle cues you've learned. Whenever a speech or something went from the Wintercrest family of my own heart, that was the noble and best political way to say, my mother's an asshole, fuck off, in speeches.
Okay.
Um, Probably more likely to
Would it be
understand.
crazy?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Would it be crazy?
Uh-huh.
Like, because I don't necessarily want to trust whoever else the fuck is out here
Mm-hmm.
looking for me, that they would, look at calendars first and shoot later.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Given my knowledge of the Prudence justice system
Mm-hmm.
and the Wintercrest family,
Mm-hmm.
is it completely insane crazy that I go back to town and essentially surrender myself directly to her?
It is absolutely crazy because you're not hot enough. And you don't have enough
Right.
money.
But
Mm-hmm.
I don't have zero money,
Mm-hmm.
and I have had to be hot before. I can make myself hot if I have to.
Mm-hmm. You can. You
I don't like
were
to, but I can.
you were a noble professor for a couple of years.
And a body double for a princess.
Yes.
Okay.
You can either do
So
that.
I could.
There's also the pool pulling you towards Sloth.
Why?
Um, your virtue guide didn't really explain it, but your meeting point is actually in a town there to meet the other virtues.
Okay. How close am I to the border?
Being that you're in
Where.
Envos, well, we'll say you're in the Envos forest. You recently just got there. Um, Not that far off. It might
Okay.
just be like another like couple day travel to get to where you're
Okay.
feeling the pull.
Okay. And at what point do the Prudence guards no longer have jurisdiction?
They have technically had no jurisdiction this entire time.
I was gonna say, if I was in the forest of Envos, it seems like okay. Uh okay. Uh then yeah, I guess I'll keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume at a certain point the motivation of the guards, the further away from excuse me, the further away from Prudence we get, the fewer guards there will be. Is that an accurate assessment?
Yeah, because then there's like paperwork and jurisdiction paperwork they have to fill
Yeah,
out and then get,
yeah.
permission to do
Extradition
stuff there and a bunch
stuff.
of other like political stuff that, most guards don't want to deal with because they're too hot to deal with it and mean that they can't just use their attractiveness as a way to be like, let me do whatever I want.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then yeah, let's just keep going and maybe we up the pace a little bit until we cross the border into Sloth.
Um, yeah, so we'll actually have your little one shot be our shortest one because you were on the run and you were the closest. And I feel like we've got a good idea who Olivia is. We introduced a couple mechanics, um, and also because it is near our traditional ending time, and I still haven't ate dinner either. So, any words for the audience? How you feel about entering the world of sinful Pangea?
This is gonna be so much fun.
Yes, I do hope you liked your kind of like sleepy surfer bro to find guide.
I love him. Olivia has no time for any of that shit. No, no,
Um,
no. No, no. Have some coffee, then come talk to me.
yeah, he didn't really explain things very well to you.
No. Mm-mm.
No,
No.
you
Should go
might.
back to explaining school. Take some remedial classes.
Yeah, he might go get some coffee and then re-summon you to the place of temperance. Who
Oh my
knows?
god, I will fully punch him if he does that.
Maybe he'll remember how to take a form for you to actually be able to visualize him.
I'll let him explain, but then I'll punch him. Yeah.
You let him explain that bunch. Fair.
Because I do need something from him, and, like, depending on what form he takes, if his nose is broken, that makes it hard to talk.
But yes, so we're gonna end it here, folks. Once again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties that we had at the beginning.
We figured it out.
And thank you for the people in the audience who was watching. I saw your guys' comments. And remember, this is the Dissonance Complex where I can do whatever I want because it's my channel and not yours. And thank you for watching my sinful little deviants.